Hello, welcome to Irish Football Fan TV. It's myself, Paul Neal, and I'm here to give the reaction to Stephen Kenny's first squad. It's a first full squad. There's no provisional, bullshit that there normally is. He's picked a full squad, kind of short on defenders, a lot on attackers, some youth and experience mixed in. Really happy with the squad. A couple of players off what I predicted, but mostly what I predicted. So we'll go through it anyway. I have it here up on my other phone here. Darren Randolph in goal with Mark Travers and Kieran O'Hara. Again, I don't see any other keepers at the moment that can break into that bubble. And I'd say Stephen Kenny's probably thought process behind that was Kelleher and Bazunu are going to be needed to help the 21s qualify for their first ever tournament. And I'm sure that's something he wants them to do and get that experience in playing in that tournament. That's the only real logic I can make from that. But, I mean, the three keepers that are in there are the three best that we have at the moment. And obviously, Darren Randolph's going to be first choice. I know Travers and O'Hara have played against Bulgaria already in that friendly. But, like, I don't see anyone else who could break into them at the moment. Westwood, maybe you could make an argument for him, but I mean, you'd question how committed is he? You know, I'm sure Stephen's been on to Mark Travers and Kieran O'Hara. Mark Travers could be first choice now that Ramsdale's left Bournemouth, and I said that in the video. And I think Kieran O'Hara will get a club by then. I mean, who wouldn't want an Irish international goalkeeper playing for their club, whether it's a lower league English team or whatever? So there's that. Then we have in defence Seamus Coleman, Matt Doherty, Enda Stevens, Shane Duffy, John Egan and Darragh Lenihan. So I think the obvious person left out there is Kieran Clark or Ryan Manning as well. So he's the two of those players, which I can understand people upset by not playing them. But when I look into the midfield, then you have Robbie Brady in there. It kind of makes sense to me that you'll probably have Robbie Brady playing maybe in midfield as a number 10, out wide, or as cover at left back for Enda Stevens, because I think Enda Stevens is the first choice when he's fit, obviously, but I think Robbie Brady is a class act, and when he's played left back before, he's controlled games from those positions in the past. I think he's a fabulous player, but I'll get on to him anyway when we're talking about the midfield. But just in defence, Shane Duffy, I seen today he was looking like he was going on a flight, so I would say that he's probably on his way to another club. So whether that's Celtic, West Brom or West Ham, I don't know, but he's on a flight. And usually in England, you wouldn't be going on a flight unless you were going to a different country. So we'll see how developments kind of go with that. If he went to Celtic, I think that's a huge move for him personally. I think he's a huge Celtic fan, and he had a chance to go there before under Brendan Rodgers, and it never materialised, and he went to Brighton. So this could be his chance to get that move now, whether it's on loan or whatever. Brighton might have agreed wages with him or something with Celtic as well. So we'll see how that goes. Seamus Coleman, I mean, yeah, captain of Ireland, captain of Everton. I think that's a no-brainer. Captain of the squad, leader, perfect for players coming in there. Matt Doherty, again, probably looks like they're going to try and fit them into a system together. Enda Stevens, first choice left back all day. Shane Duffy, I mentioned John Egan, star centre defender, at the moment. I don't think you can say anything more about him. You know, he's fantastic. I think he's our best centre half. But a year ago, I was saying the same about Shane Duffy. So hopefully the two of them can have a really good start to the season, and obviously a good start to the Nations League. And then you've got Darragh Lenihan, who I know a couple of lads in our group had been called on him to be in the Irish Football Fan TV team of the season. So he's had a good season, and yeah, Stephen Kenny seems to be a fan of his, and he's in there. So there's no Darragh O'Shea, no Kieran Clark, but again, I understand probably the reasons why it. Kieran Clark's probably only coming back from fitness, and Newcastle probably want to keep him fresh for a while, and then, you know, maybe for the playoff he might get released, because these players are only for the Bulgarian-Finland game, not for the playoff. So it'll probably be a different team. Then in midfield, a couple of players that came back, a lot of experience in here. James McCarthy, Harry Arthur, Jeff Hendrick, Alan Brown, Conor Howard, Jason Malumbi and Robbie Brady. So James McCarthy's no-brainer getting him back in there. Once he's fit, I think he's our best defensive midfielder. Harry Arthur, brilliant on the ball. Had a good season at Fulham. You know, got promoted with Fulham. And it'd be interesting to see where he kind of ends up now with the transfer window and stuff like that. Jeff Hendrick still yet to find a club. Really, you know, it's supposed to be imminent that he's signing with Newcastle. I expect that to be announced within the next couple of days, and hopefully he's in there playing first team football. Alan Brown, yeah, I can see why he's picked him. He's done decent while he's been there. Hasn't set the world alight though, so maybe under Kenny he can do that. Who knows? Let's see how that one goes. Conor Howard, brilliant end to the season with Villa. I think you'll see a better player out of Howard with the way Kenny plays. But let's see how that one plays out as well. Jason Molumby, he may just be in there just for the moment, just to kind of see how he gets on. Because again, these Nations League games are just to see how players get on. A bit, I wouldn't call them friendlies, but they're not as competitive as, like, say, a qualifying game or something like that. So you can afford to bring in players like Molumby and let him have get a feel amongst the squad, like the attackers, which we'll get to. But it's great to see Jason there, and that might propel him up the pecking order in the Brighton first team as well. So hopefully that's the case, and then he can be a regular and hopefully be a future captain one day. And then you got Robbie Brady, who I mentioned already, and I just think, yeah, look, if he's fit and he's not injured and he's playing with Burnley, he has to be in the squad. I mean, he's not just because he scored that goal against Italy. He's proven when he's on it that he is probably our most influential player when he can get on the ball, when he's sharp and at it, which he hasn't been for a long time. But let's hope again that maybe being in the Ireland squad might get him a bit of a head start when the league starts, because I know the Premier League starts back after these games, so he might get a head start, and some of the other players in the squad as well. Then let's move on to the forwards. Callum Robinson, Callum O'Dowda, James McLean, Aaron Connolly, Adam Ida, Troy Parrott, Shane Long and David McGoldrick. So again, look, I actually didn't have Shane Long in my forwards that I picked beforehand. I had Obafemi, and I didn't have Ida in there. I didn't think he'd pick him. I'm happy he did, but I didn't think he'd pick him. Kind of leaves the under-21s short, but I'd say Obafemi will be down there, and Jonathan Afolabi will be down there too. So yeah, Callum Robinson had a good end to the season, helped West Brom get promoted. It'd be interesting to see whether he sticks with Sheffield United this season, or will he go back on loan again. What happens there? Callum O'Dowd, I haven't really seen around or heard of him in the last year. I was surprised he got in ahead of Obafemi, but look, I'm willing to trust the process. I hope most of you are as well. Then we got James McLean, who again, Stokes Player of the Year, had some really interesting stats towards the end of the season, and again I think is in there on merit this time around and not under loyalty. I know Stevens worked for him previously, but again, this could be something good for McLean too, coming off the back of a positive season for the first time in a long time. So fair play to him. Adam Ida, Aaron Connolly scored 2 goals yesterday in pre-season, scored on the last day of the season in the Premier League as well. Looks sharp, fit, hungry. That's what we want from Aaron. Adam Ida could, I'd be interested to see what type of game time he actually gets from Stephen Kenny, because obviously he hasn't been getting first team actions, so to speak, with Norwich. What will happen there? Be interested to see. Troy Parrott's got his loan move at Millwall, looking sharp in pre-season so far. Hopefully he starts the championship off well. But if he can get in and get his first Ireland goal, imagine what that could do for his confidence. Again, it shows how big a fan Stephen Kenny is, willing to trust these young players to bring them in. Shane Long and David McGoldrick, you know what you're going to get with those 2 seasoned pros. And I think they'll be perfect for the younger lads coming through. I think McGoldrick could actually help Adam Ida in terms of his, being a target man, so to speak, and taking the ball in and doing little bits. So yeah, it's positive all round, and I'd probably rate that squad a 9 out of 10 if I'm being honest. People are saying it's a bit lightweight, maybe defensively, but look, you can't please everyone, and I'm sure other players will get a chance as time goes on. But look, it's before the season started. We're in a bit of a weird time with the coronavirus. Let's just trust the process. Let's get behind Stephen Kenny now. I'm going to go in here now, and I'm going to be having a chat with Stephen Kenny. So I'll make sure to throw it up on the channel as well. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video, don't forget to drop a subscribe, and leave your thoughts in the comments. Who do you think is unlucky to be left out? Who are you happy to see in the squad? And I'll speak to you all soon. Thanks for watching.